Are we podcasting?
We're podcasting.
You got to drink some damn water, woman.
I know.
And
Where's
if
my
you
Diet
are
Coke?
listening to this podcast, drink some damn water. She's drinking Diet Coke now.
Because Diet Coke makes me happy.
I get it. If that's your vice,
It's my vice. It's somebody called it a refrigerator cigarette. It's all I can think about. And
yeah.
I've never looked forward to anything more except this one I'm having at 9 a.m. and usually I have one at 2 p.m. And it becomes something I get like excited for, which I think is how people that smoke feel. They're like,
sure.
Oh, I'm gonna have my.
You know how I can tell you like it? You're drinking it out of a can with no ice. I'm not doing that with anything. If I don't have the proper serving. Favorite.
Oh, okay. I like it from a can over ice. Or Diet Coke from McDonald's can't be beat. But if I do that, then I'm getting a quarter pounder and I'm trying. Let me just say.
So there goes the diet
there goes
part out the window.
We have thoughts on that too. If you are listening to us right now, you can also watch us on the YouTube and you can also follow us.
Watch this episode because we match accidentally today.
This keeps happening.
We're sharing a brain. I don't have it today. I hope you do.
There are times when I read my text messages and I'm like, I got to tell Jen about this thing. And then I'll read my text messages and she will have texted me that thing. And I'm like, wait, did I send that?
Yeah.
Or we ... send a text at the exact same time about the exact same thing.
And now it's also like we know each other's lives. So like I go to tell a story. She knows this story, but she has a different take this time, which I appreciate. That's how you know you have a friend where they will listen to the story again, but also bring in new perspective. They're not mad. They're not mad that you're telling that story for the 15th time. They're just like, you know what?
Marriage.
I was thinking about that the other day.
That's what best friends do. You listen to the repeated stories and you're not bugged by it. You're not married. It's better than marriage. It's like
it's
friendship.
More compassionate.
Yes.
It is.
So yes, follow us on all of the socials. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook.
And follow us in real life at one of our live shows. Can I tell you what the live shows are?
You can go to IMOMSOHARD.com to get the full list, but don't miss this one. It's the flashback tour. And if you're confused by that title, that all that means is we're talking about when we were young and we're talking about where we're at now. And when we talk about when we're young, probably has a little bit more fun to it.
Actually, it's all funny. People are loving the show. So starting in January, here's the cities. We're going to be in Chico, California, Napa, California, Santa Rosa, California, Madison, Wisconsin, Waukegan, Illinois, San Luis Obispo, Monterey, California, Thousand Oaks, California, Patchogue, New York. And Glenside, PA. We got a couple that we're going to add. So go to the website.
Yeah, go to IMOMSOHARD.com. We just played in Lawrence, Kansas, and we had a blast. Oh my God. First of all, our hotel overlooked the campus. There was a fraternity down below and they didn't have shirts on and they were playing Frisbee. And then these girls walked by and they were carrying like their Stanley and they're like little shorty shorts. And they're like, I just did yoga. And the sexual tension, we could see it from our window that we were watching them out of.
Yeah.
And we were like, girl, love yourself.
Get that.
Love your collagen.
Get in there. Do it for me.
Go have fun. So we had such a good time in Lawrence. We were looking out the window at these young people just being like, man, you've got the best years right now.
We're right.
Enjoy it.
We're right at KU.
Beautiful campus.
Gorgeous. I'm going to suggest it to my children when they go to college. It's
very nice kids, nice people. We go into Topper's Pizza. Michelle and I go into Topper's Pizza. We're going to get some pizzas, bring them back to the hotel. Jen's hanging out in her room. We meet this kid working at the register.
Amazing.
He's so nice. He's like, I'm in dental school. And he's like, what are you guys doing here? I go, well, we're doing a comedy show. He's like, I like comedy. And in my head, I'm like, you are a 22-year-old, handsome, going to be dentist.
Yeah.
Please come to an I'm Mom So Hard show so we can just ruin what you think life is going to be like.
Yeah.
And he was like, can I bring my girlfriend? And I was like, this night just keeps getting better and better.
Yes.
I'm like, I demand that you bring your girlfriend. You know how many times that happens to us where like nobody ever follows through? Not really. We've had a couple.
Well, not young guys.
Not young dudes that are like 21 years old that are cute going to KU.
Be a dentist.
Yeah, going to be a dentist. He's front and center of our show.
Yep.
And he's so dang nice and sweet. And his girlfriend's there. And like, it was such an easy layup to make jokes their direction.
They were both beautiful.
Beautiful, young, sweet. I'm sure they were like, we should not do anything physical tonight. This show scared me.
Let's really make good choices from now on.
Yeah,
I think life changes. And
yeah, we cannot become them.
Yeah.
So you've got a few years, my friends. You've got a few years.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to be in Lawrence. So it always feels like kind of going home.
Did we see women in flashback clothes? Because I really love it.
You know, there was the first time we didn't do a meet and greet, which for whatever reason, we didn't get to do a meet and greet there. And then we did leave early the next morning. We drove from Lawrence, Kansas to Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah, not a direct route.
Not a direct route.
Yeah.
In a car we barely understood.
I love the electric of everything.
Was it a car? That car wasn't electric. No, because I know it wasn't.
No, but the dashboard was like all digital, you know, it didn't have like gauges and stuff. And that's what really screwed us over.
Okay.
If we
hold on.
Okay, we'll get to that part.
I think the gauge was off. Okay. So we drove 5 hours, and you know, driving across Kansas, Nebraska, just the Midwest in general, it's so awesome. It's like you're on the Audubon. Like it really is just like, you're not allowed to go that fast. I know, but like it is really nice. You feel like you're going somewhere as opposed to like LA or any city with traffic where you're just like,
yeah, it takes 40 minutes to go 3 miles.
Man, 40 minutes, we were across 3 states.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to say that is the one day where Jen and I had 4 square meals, all from drive-thrus.
Yeah.
I went to bed that night and I was like, if you gain weight, it's on you.
Let me be honest. We were like in one of those moods where we're like, let's be easy on ourselves. So we got Sonic and we're like, yeah, I don't like this. Let's go to Runza now. And so hours later.
Runza needs to put us in a freaking ad for as much. We talk about that damn place.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you could pay me in burgers because they're good.
God, they've got the best burger. They really do have the best burger.
Best fries.
Yeah, the things that you get, the like
onion
special
ring
treatment rings.
Yeah.
With that like onion dip.
Onion dip.
Come
it's
on.
So good. It's
I ate
ridiculous.
it so fast. And then I ate Amigos, which is just garbage.
The only place we didn't go in the Midwest was Valentino's.
Which we thought about. But I was like,
I
am going to have, my cholesterol is going to explode out of my asshole.
I was worried I'd get the shits if I.
Yeah. I was like, well, with shock.
And I do mean that in the sexiest way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to shout out our friend Brett. We drove to Kearney, Nebraska, because our friend Brett, who, if you followed the podcast or our Instagram or anything, you know, he's part of Team My Mom So Hard. We love him so much. He's like a baby brother to both of us. And he lost his parents in a tragic accident. And we wanted to be there to support him. So it worked out that we were going to be in Lawrence. And we were like, you know what we're doing? We're going to that celebration of life. And might I just say, when you go to something like that, especially in the Midwest, it was just standing room only, packed with kind people, putting their arms around this family, showing love and support. They had family, friends, people flew in from all over the country just to support him on this really tough loss. And Jen and I felt just really honored to be able to be there for him at that time. And of course, Nebraska does it right. They have it at a beer garden.
Yes.
And then they have a food truck that's serving
barbecue,
the best mac and cheese.
You picked your carb, so either French fries or pasta, and then you pick your toppings, which thank you, Nebraska, for understanding what I need.
What everybody needs when they're feeling blue. You know, I don't want a kale salad, man. I want something that feels real heavy.
But might I say, the fates were not really in favor of us getting there because... There was a downpour situation at one point.
Totally clear skies. 100% clear skies. I'm driving. And then it looks like, oh, I think the end of the world is happening. The sky just turned black.
It was a cloud burst in that but it looked like going through a car wash is what it looked like. And Kristin was driving 70-ish.
Easy. Come on.
No, you were. The speed limit's 75. I'm being real generous. You know that's hard to deal with, especially if you're not used to rain.
I had my elbows up. You always know when you're in a stressful car situation, if your elbows go north of your hands.
So you've never seen anybody 2 and 10 harder than this woman here. She was like...
It came out of nowhere. It's been a long time since I've driven.
Driving that car like she was a cop, like stiff arm, over, reach over, just to...
I was like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I got to focus.
I didn't. I slept through a lot of it. So.
Well, then we were kind of in a hurry. We got slowed down a little bit and we needed to be at the celebration of life.
Here's when I wake up. I hear this weird ding. And my gut tells me that ding is a gas gauge. And I'm like, what's that? She goes, it says we're low on gas. But she goes, we got 42 miles left in the tank. I look at her phone, I look at the navigation, I'm like, well, it says we've got 38 miles to get to our destination. She's like, oh, okay. She does some quick math and she's like, okay, we're good.
We're good.
I'm like, we're good? She's like, we're good.
Don't say 42 and I only have to be there in 38. We're good. That's
there's
false
not
advertising.
Not a lot of room for error in there, as we were about to find out. You know, we packed poorly, both of us.
Ugh.
Like, we didn't do a great job packing. So we're like, gosh, we both need hair stuff. After all the rain that we went through, we both like very frizzy.
Yeah, very frizzy. Hair is matted to your. I look like a Brillo pad at this point.
We roll in late. We're like, let's divide and conquer. You check us in. I'm going to go to Walgreens. So Chris is like, okay, great. She grabs her stuff, gets out of the car, and I go to move the car. It's like not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. It's like, I can't tell if it's on or off because it's one of those, like, everything's
I don't know why you have to
digitized.
mess with the thing that puts it in.
It was so hard to shift it.
Why would you mess with this? If you're going to have the shifter on the steering wheel, go old school. Drive. What if you're gonna have a little gizmo down by your? I understand I got to learn something new on that, but if this is supposed to be the same thing, why don't you just make it intuitive like we've had since I don't know 1912?
It shows arrow up to reverse, but it's not going up.
It's a
it
Chevy
won't move
Equinox.
Up. Yeah.
If you want to give me one for free, great. But I'm not.
We'll
I'm
learn
not
how to
saying that's
drive
a car
it.
that I want.
No, it was very tricky. I couldn't figure out any of it. So we rolled in on fumes, clearly, because it wasn't going.
Now that I'm thinking about it and the way that it felt when I was driving it, I was like, I didn't press the accelerator. We just rolled into this hotel, parked on their step.
So I call Kristin and I'm like, is it possible, do you think, that we're out of gas? She is down, walking out of the lobby, just fast leg. Just so fast. She's like, Morgan's coming with us. We're going to get in his car. He went to go get his car. She's like already gotten this solved. She's already got it solved.
I went to the front desk and I go, hey, we ran out of gas. This is on me. This is 100% my fault. Is there someone behind the front desk that could take us to a gas station and get us some gas? And I saw these 3 young people like Rochambeau figuring out who's going to take us. So Morgan, who's I think probably 19 years old, comes around with this Subaru and takes our asses to a gas station. And he was so nice. This is what I love about.
So nice. Clean car.
That car could have been full of like runs of rappers.
Oh my God, mine would have been.
So he comes and picks us up.
Wait,
not only
our rental was actually.
100%
And Sonic
terrible.
and the Migos.
He takes us to the gas station. He's so nice. You hope your son is like this.
Yes. He was the opposite of creepy vibes. He was so sweet. I was scared that we would creep him out by being too
weird
and just affectionate towards him. Yeah.
So Jen and I go to the gas station and we think we know what's going on.
Mind you, when we ask the woman, who's very lovely, behind the counter, do you have a gas can? She's like, gosh, I don't know.
And then
because people don't use them anymore because you know exactly how many miles you have left.
42. We had 38. The math did not math. Although now I'm thinking about it, it probably meant
we had
to the exit. Anyway, my math was off. I didn't realize. Hey, way to go, Chevy Equinox. Don't you have those grace miles where you have like 12 extra miles you don't know about when it's on E? That's how I operate.
No.
God, I bet I've just rolled into gas stations absolutely on like just the gerbils running in the wheel.
This was hard for me because generally we can function pretty well being incredibly type A and type ADHD together. But I will tell you, I go and get gas in my car for fun. If I just have a few extra minutes, I'm like, I'm going to fill it up because I don't like to rush. And
same with her phone. Her phone is never under 50%.
Always charged. It is always charged.
And she's nervous if it's not over 50%. I'm like, you've got 2 plane rides and a carpool good of battery, pretty much.
I got a charging brick with me. Yeah. I've got like this little mini charger just in case somebody else
very
needs
nervous
it.
If she's not charged.
So this was
a lot of stress. So, but this shit happens to me all the time. So I'm like, we got it. This is going to take us an extra 14 minutes. I got it clocked. We go to the gas station and Morgan is so nice. We are walking into the gas thing like we know what we're doing. And he just gently like waves his hand. He's like, come over here. He's got his car parked in front of one of the things.
Come here, dumb ladies. Come here.
Fills the gas can.
I know how to do this.
Holds the gas can for us so we don't slop gas everywhere.
God, yes.
We go back to the hotel and the gas can, of course, Chevy Equinox with your weird holes. The gas can hole is weird.
Chevy Equinox, we've all got weird holes. So
this weird hole is your problem. It's a design flaw. We're dumping the gas into the thing and he's getting covered in gasoline, which he didn't sign up for that.
No.
And then meanwhile, his walkie is going off and they're like, Morgan, we need a remote control for room 327. Morgan, we need, we've got cars
We
coming
don't
in.
want to get Morgan in trouble after he's been so
answering
helpful.
his walkie on his waist.
Kristen's grabbing his walkie on his hip.
Okay, that sounds gross.
But it's true.
Come on.
And she's like, hey, Morgan is helping guests who ran out of gas out in the under the portico shore.
Hey, I was happy to help. I was like, tell me what room you need the remote to go to, and I'll go do it. So we tipped him handsomely. We ran in, we changed, drove like bandits to the celebration of life.
Yep.
We get there. I'm convinced I smell like gasoline.
Yep.
We get there. It was actually a lovely time. If something sad can be lovely, it was lovely. And we were so happy to put our arms around Brett, worth every second.
Yes.
And then when we time it to leave, it's a torrential downpour.
Car
like
wash
a
situation
monsoon.
again. Yes.
And Jen is not happy with how I approach.
And again, not driving. I have astigmatism. I have night blindness. And I was like, well, I'll sit in this car till tomorrow rather than drive because
Not me.
I don't know where this science comes from. Well, I'll give her a chance to explain herself. But her idea was, when the water's 8 inches deep, the best thing to do is to speed up and power through that.
100%. It's physics.
But also, isn't the physics that you will hydroplane?
The way I look at it is if I go fast enough, my wheel will hit the ground. So if I go real fast through them, it'll.
Yeah.
I don't have
That is the feeling I got from what you were doing. But it was.
a lot of criticism coming from actually not.
Did this cause an argument? No.
No, we travel so well together, and it was a lot of travel. On the way back, I started to get nutty on the flight from Dallas to LA. That's when you get travel fatigue.
You just want to be, you're like, I'm going to walk the rest of the way.
No audiobook is doing it for me. No movie is doing it for me. Time feels like it's not passing. But then we got home, and now we're okay.
Yeah. And also, we were sitting on top of each other in small center seats. So it was just tight. It wasn't the best travel, but we survived it.
And we would do it again.
Yeah.
And we will do it again for the tour. We will go out into the world and travel more. But I'll tell you this, my kids miss me, and that felt good.
They did?
They did.
Oh.
Finn and Eleanor really miss me. And can I end this on the cutest little story? I have carpool, and I have these 2 girls that I take who make me laugh super hard because they're sisters. One's an 8th grader and one's a sophomore. And then Eleanor's in the front, and I drive them 3 days a week, and Dad drives the other 3.
Yeah.
And these 2, they kill me. They're such sisters. There's always a tinge of like, are they fighting or do they love each other? You never know what you're getting. And Eleanor's a little bit intimidated by them because they're older.
They're older girls.
Eleanor's 7th grade, so they got an 8th grader, which for Eleanor and her ether, that's a big deal. And then a sophomore in high school, like Eleanor is so quiet. And they'll say like, hey, Eleanor, did you have a fun day at yearbook? And she'll be like, yeah. When it's just Eleanor and me in the car, we hold hands.
Aw.
I know, we hold hands. It's so, and we listen to Olivia Rodrigo, and it's literally my favorite thing. And sometimes when we're in the car, I'll reach for her hand, but then I realize we got the girls, and I don't want to embarrass her. So I told her, I go, Eleanor, I'm really sorry. Sometimes I reach for your hand. I don't want you to feel like you have to hold my hand because it's just such habit. I don't want you to feel like I have to do that. Today we were driving and the girls were in the back seat, and she gave me her hand and looked at her palm as to say, like, put your hand in my hand.
Aww.
And it took everything I had not to cry a little bit.
You do love me.
And I held her hand and I squeezed it. We always say squeeze, like, I love you. And she squeezed it 3 times, and then I took my hand away because I was like, you're doing this for me.
Aww,
but you're so A+, kid.
Yeah. A+. Dash will not hug me. He will not. I mean, he will give me a one arm sort of bend.
They're weird about it. They come in like head first under your armpit, like
but he
crooked.
will give me a little squeeze with his hands, like which I think is so sweet.
Yeah,
I love a good handhold, but. Also, Delilah, who will scream at me for doing her part wrong. I mean, and I say to her, like, the day I came back, I was like, do I look like a hairdresser? Look at my hair.
How fast was it back to normal for you when you got walked in the door?
The second. It was like, Mom, Dash is touching me. Yep. As soon as the door opens, I told her before we were leaving, I was like, hey, I'm going to be gone an extra day. They hate and they love to, like, give us a guilt trip when we're going to be out of town. I go, we're going to stay an extra day because we want to go. This happened with
Support
Brett.
our friend.
And she goes, Mom, you do what you need to do to be a good friend.
That's
and I was
nice.
like, good. darn it, sometimes
I really did miss my kids on this one.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been on the road in a minute. And also it was a heavy thing for our friend and for us. And
God, it gets you thinking. Yeah.
God, holy.
Too much,
It gets you thinking, and then you show your love and affection, and they're like, what did you bring me? And you're like, we're back.
I don't know if you know either of us, but we don't like to think. But look at this. My daughter, vote for Delilah and Ariella, co-presidents. Look at this bracelet I bought 300 of. So there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah,
so we were like,
there's always a lot going on right now. My son sprained his ankle, and it is a doozy. And so he's wearing this like boot thing.
Oh, he's got the boot.
So we don't have to go to soccer for 2 weeks. I'm not saying.
No. What? We know what you're saying. We know what you're saying.
I'm just saying, perhaps yesterday when I was like, so this means I can just be in my house at 5 o'clock? What? I'm not saying I got used to the feeling, but it was one of those things where like sometimes when you're getting ready to go on the road and you know you're going to go somewhere super fun, you're like, you guys, I'm really sad that and you're like trying to tell yourself, chill, don't say that this worked out.
For our AYSO games, the best thing that can happen is the coach is like, you guys, sorry, I got to go out of town or it's too hot. We're not going to do it today. And then half of the crew is like, oh, are we going to be ready for the game? Or are we reschedule for Friday?
And the other half guy in the leg.
Radio silence because they're like, yes.
And then you got one guy that's like, hey, you guys, we can run a practice. I'm like, knock it off, Paul.
Yeah, okay. Shut up, Paul.
I want to sit in the freaking parking lot again.
And Paul is my husband, so.
Okay.
No. I got a mom box here, and it is about a road trip. This is from Brenda M. Hi, Kristin and Jen. Longtime listener. Funny story I had to share. My husband and I were on a road trip, and we took turns what we would listen to. It was my turn, and your podcast just dropped, and it happened to be I Road Trip So Hard. Perfect. I didn't think he'd like it, but I needed something lighthearted after listening to true crime podcasts.
Fair.
Girl, we do that too.
We do it too. You need a palate cleanse.
I am crimed out right now. Yes. I told him that, and he said it was fine. He's just probably going to take a nap anyway. He never fell asleep, and I think he laughed harder than I did for the rest of the trip, which was 4 days. In parentheses, we listened to your podcast. I guessed at what past ones to listen to, and they were all hilarious. I believe he secretly downloaded it to his phone. Oh. Thank you for making us laugh. Love you all.
That's nice.
That's so sweet.
That feels cool. That feels very, very cool.
Tell your husbands to like, review, and subscribe.
We are seeing there are an increased number of husbands coming to the live show, which has been really, really fun.
Yeah.
Is that my pink charger?
Yeah, that's yours.
I just want to say I'm very upset. I bought a supercharger from Apple, and I know it was plugged in next to my nightstand, and my kids are gaslighting me. They count on me being ADHD. I'm like, I know this charged my phone last night, has a square on it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
big. Who has it? And they're all like, I don't know. I mean, are you sure you plugged it in? And then I start going, did I? But I just used it. I literally remember going, I'm so tired. I don't want to get out of bed to plug in my charger. And now it is gone. And I know one of those a-holes has it, and I'm going to find it. And she has one of mine.
I saw it. Last time you were here, you left it, and I was like, I'm going to put it somewhere where you don't forget.
That's a cheapy Amazon one. It makes everything hot.
That's all I have left. I know. It's like I'm going to burn the house down charging my shit.
It's so hot, your phone's like, this is going to combust.
I know. And the one that's next to my bed, by the way, only fits my phone and Delilah's iPad. The only two devices.
Why would she do that? She knows she's the guilty party then.
The other night, she goes, Mom, my iPad is only charged at 16%.
Jen's
and I'm
like,
well, number one, never let it get that low.
What have I taught you?
Psychopath. Don't you charge that. You charge it while you're using it. She goes, I left it next to your bed charging. And I go,
that's gaslighting.
No, she did, Kristin. I unplugged it because in what universe am I? You
think I'm going to usurp my phone?
Have so many options to charge this.
And I've got one.
I'm not saying it's the only charger for her iPad. it's the only 2 devices that this kind
Can
of
be charged
connector.
on it.
Yeah. So she wanted me to not charge my phone all night so that she could charge her iPad.
I told you I could be on dialysis and they would be like, I need to charge my phone. I'm playing Roadblocks.
Plug it back in when you start looking green.
When you start turning color, I think but I'm only at 72%. And what does dialysis really do anyway? That's what they would.
I actually don't know what it does.
It cleans your blood. It acts as a kidney.
Do I need
Nurses
that?
weigh in. No, thank God. I mean, we need a vacation.
I could use a detox, I feel like.
No, well, I'm not getting my cholesterol checked for a little while.
Hell
because
no.
I would literally have to say to the doctor, I did this to myself on a trip to Kansas and Nebraska. Good luck, buddy. You do better.
Yeah.
You do better. They're not exactly drive-thrus for broccoli.
Glycolipids are through the roof here.
What if my internal organs had a Ring app? They were like, all right, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
You have a four drive-through drop in your gut right now.
My Apple Watch is randomly calling 911 for me because it's gotten that bad.
Oh, and we didn't even say, Jen was so lovely and generous. We stopped and saw my parents. On the way back.
Generous? I love your parents.
They really love you, maybe more, but that's all right. My mom made us a really nice lunch.
Oh
we
my
got
God,
to
it
see
was
my
so
dad.
good. Home cooking. Oh my God,
best.
it was so nice. It was so good to see them. There's this time and place in my memory, and it only exists in Nebraska, which is my grandparents' house, where you sit around the table and you just talk. And there are times you don't talk too much. It gets quiet. You think, oh, what else is going on? Who else do I need to tell you about? What else is the minutia of your life, where you get to talk to people who care about the minutia of your life. And it is the warmest place ever. And I felt like that being with Dewey and Terry, where I was like, I feel like I could tell them anything right now and they would listen and it would be important, you know?
They would yes and you, and then my mom would soft focus when I'm talking, but it's fine.
I've heard this before.
I know. Or she'd be like, I don't agree with this language. But my dad is feeling a lot better. He seemed in good spirits. He seems like he's getting his strength back because now he has to have surgery in October because he has pneumonia. So there's a lot going on.
And they're coming out for Thanksgiving. We're going to do a big blow up Thanksgiving episode too. Get ready for that.
My parents are like, oh, we can't wait for Thanksgiving. We'll be out the night before to help. I'm like, they've forgotten that they're staying at my house. I think they would just, except for my grandkids, they would stay at Jen's.
I was gonna
so much faster.
I was gonna offer, but I'm like, that's just greedy, Jen. It's just greedy.
Well, Jen and my mom was just buzzing because Jen was like, "Oh, Terry, I love what you've done with your built-ins, and you've got these
pumpkins,
the pumpkins." And I was like, bored.
But
great. Me and Dewey were like, "Want to have a real quick ADHD chat? Catch up? I'll follow you, squirrel. You follow me. Like, my tomato plants are dead. Okay, what?
Dewey
sprained his ankle.
Kristin with a mustache.
Well,
a thicker
give
one.
Give me 2 weeks and no. Either waxing or
get
razor.
us on The Amazing Race, and she'll show you what Dewey looks like.
Before we go, we would like to end this episode by just saying how much we love Brett and his family and the Moline family.
Yes.
Scott and Kathy of Minden, of Kearney, of Cozad.
Yeah.
They are a wonderful couple, and they will be really, really, really missed.
I think teachers and administrators, both of them.
Yeah, the dad was a superintendent.
Yeah.
Mom was just a badass. Heidi is their oldest daughter, and Brooke is Brett's twin. And Heidi was in from New Zealand. She's lived in New Zealand for like 20 years. Husband's super great. Kids are so lovely. Everybody's
charming accents.
Just wonderful. And they went through Kathy's jewelry, and she had all of these really big earrings from the 80s.
80s, yes.
And so all of the girls wore these big earrings to the celebration of life. And it's a terrible way for your story to end, but to know that your family is celebrating you and finding the good and putting one foot in front of the other. I just feel like they're looking up from heaven going, okay, this wasn't the plan, but look at our kids and look how much they're loved and look how they're finding these silver linings in this really tough time. So we want to send them all of our love.
I do think that, like, especially with like Midwestern people, like sad things, bad things, they like bring out the best in you. And like what the world needs right now is all of our best. Like Kristin and I were talking about it. Like, think of just how important it is just to be with somebody, just be next to them. Just
Jen's
show
really
up.
good at that. Jen is, her impulse is, I'm just going to show up.
You're not going to be in the way. You feel like you're going to be in the way. You feel like somebody's not going to want you there. But just be there. Let them tell you I'm okay.
And just be there regardless. There's always going to be something for you to do. There's always going to be someone for you to talk to. And it is a sad time when someone's grieving. They're vulnerable and you feel like you don't, I don't know. I think people don't understand how important they are to that person.
Yeah.
So if you can, you should. And you show up and you give them a hug and you have a chat with other people. And that is the thing about the Midwest is there's something specific to that time that Midwest people, Nebraska people do so well, which is just this feeling of like, we got you. It brings like, we felt that. And that wasn't, we felt it from the people that were there that we got to chat with that were just friends and family.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so homesick too.
Somebody's always putting a beer in your hand. You're never like, you never feel alone. You feel taken care of.
Totally taken care of. And they ask about your kids and they ask about, if they don't know you, they get to know you a little bit. And you walk out feeling like, I could move to Kearney, Nebraska and be totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, and
we might have Zillowed too, by the way.
Lovely town, Kearney. Very fun. You know, the weather has turned for the worst when everybody from Nebraska takes out their phones and start taking pictures of the sky.
Yeah,
Jen and I were like, that is our cue.
Yeah, the sky is yellow and the clouds are angular shaped. This doesn't feel good.
But only Nebraska people would be like, you guys, I hope I catch a funnel on this one. Yeah, I'm like, we're out. We're gonna go.
I'll come in once the funnel starts to touch down. Although it was funny because Kristin and I were like, yep, we made the decision. It's time to leave. We got to catch this flight. We got to leave. And everybody's like, it's downpouring. And Kristin was like, should we go out there? And I was like, yeah, we're going to go.
Well, here's why they said that to us, because it stopped in 11 minutes. And if we would have just waited, I would not have had,
had to dry your shoes out.
Dry my shoes out.
The hotel air conditioner, if I did.
Or drive through, 2 feet of water going.
God, what is this weather stuff? Yeah. We've been away too long.
Literally all the cars were just pulled over like, I'll just wait it out. And not us. We're like, nope, this is exactly when you leave. This is high tide. Let's go. American race. So all of our love to the Moline family.
Yes. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering, did I get video footage of us running out of gas and Kristin helping Morgan? Yeah, I did. We'll post it on the podcast page.
We will post it on the podcast page. It is not my best look. We love you guys.
I think we podcasted.
Did we podcast?
Pioneer.